Hey guys, welcome back to Arry the Stag. TR Tony here, sat in the driving seat with MGBGT support vehicle just over my shoulder. Young Arry's been out and about today. Good to see you all. Hope you've had a really great week wherever you are. This weekend I've been looking at a tiny little detail, but it's been really annoying me for quite some time, and that's the sun visors that go on top of the windscreen of the car. For some reason they've been gathering rust and muck and all sorts, and I bought a new set some time ago. So what I decided to do was get stuck into this little job and see if I could just quickly change them over, because I think it will in some little way transform the look of the car. Tiny details all add up to an overall whole, don't they? So I'll walk you through. Let me just show you what I did. So this is UES 591S, a car that we bought back in January of 2020 over in East Anglia from the auctions. Lovely car, really pleased with her. Now we've got the gearbox replaced and she's running okay. We took the top down this last weekend to see how the hood was. That does need fixing, but overall the car is good, and with a wash and polish and some chrome work done with some paste and some tinfoil last weekend, she's looking really nice in the September sunshine. So really pleased about that, and moving forward, looking to see if I could do something with these sun visors. I bought a new set from one of the UK suppliers. This was the right hand drive derivative. They come in a little plastic pack, which I think you can see here, and look all nice and sparkly clean. The driver's one is already in the car, which I'll show in just a second. This one's looking really nice, and the mirror looks nice and fixed. And moving to the front seat, where I've just chucked the driver's side visor. Again, many of you will be familiar with the fact that they have the hood instructions for raising and lowering the roof on there as well. So if ever you're in doubt, you've got your instructions there, and that's all looking really good. So not stuck on that well, I have to say, the badge or the sticky, so I need to look at that and see how we can glue it a little bit more firmly so it doesn't come off. But overall it's a much better one than the current one sitting in the car. So there we are, that's ready to go, and operation changeover sun visors about to take place. And looking at the existing ones in just a second, you'll see that they are pretty tired and ropey. The driver's one is the better of the two. In fact, they fix on with a little bar here on the rubber clip, which allows you then to swivel the sun visor either up or across. So that actually is quite innovative. These days we come to accept it, but a sun visor that swivels to your right can avoid sun coming in from low on the horizon, and from the side is good. And obviously it fits back into the clip there and flips up with your roof off, such that it does create a bit of a wind break, I suppose, over the top of your head, such that you don't get your hair blown away. But nevertheless, on the passenger side, just looking to that side now, ours on here was pretty sad, to say the least. You may have seen it in previous videos. Actually, the mirror is actually detached from the inside. Not quite sure what's happened, whether we've had a water leak in there or what, but it looks very sorry for itself. As you can see here, bag of well, just looks like a bag of rags basically, and no substance to it, and things loose, as you can see. Indeed quite squeaky when you try and open it up and rotate it. But again, same principle, sits in the black rubber retainer there, flips up, and hopefully will stop some of the wind hitting your passenger's hair. But there you go, so that's it. So that was the job they needed to do. So off we went. We thought we'd start off with the driver's side first, and really simple stuff just to show you how it works. Obviously remove it from the rubber clip, and it's held on to the car with a metal bar actually, and if you wriggle hard enough, pulling as you can the sun visor, you'll find that it actually comes off fairly straightforwardly, as you can see here, revealing the spike of the pole and the orifice in which the driver's sun visor was retained. And comparing that to the new one, all looks good, but for those of you that are very observant, you'll see the actual hole isn't there on the new sun visors, so a little bit concerned about that. Obviously this bar is part of the car and allows it to wriggle, so that's all straightforward. A little bit grubby, as you can see there, so could probably do with a clean. So next stage was then to see, well, okay, if that is where the hole is on the old one, if you actually feel the sun visor, it's got a tube inside, which obviously retains the strength of it, and I guess rotates the bar, or rotates around the bar, and you can actually feel it through the PVC, even though there's not a hole there. Now you can see that there is a hole to be worked through. So I chose, rightly or wrongly, just to use a small screwdriver, pierce a small hole in the PVC such that it wasn't too obtrusive, and allowed then it to be offered up to the car and the swiveling bar, which obviously will fit into the sun visor. What you're doing here is you're looking and feeling for the plastic pipe or metal pipe, I'm not quite sure which, that's inside the sun visor itself, and the only way to get it on is to actually push quite hard. It's obviously a resistance fit, as they say, and you've got to wriggle it backwards and forwards quite hard to get it in to the right position, which means that you've got to be careful not to damage them, so be careful how you're doing this. I was doing it single-handedly. Obviously I'm holding a camera here, but the idea is you need to align that piece there with the rubber retainer, and it's about ½ an inch out there, if not a bit more. So continual wiggling until such time as you get to a point where it's not going to foul on the screen surround. Gives you about an inch or so there, and then you can see here now reasonably well clips into the available bar, so, and flips up, and the job's a good one. That looks a nice job, and quite good to see the sun visor there fresh. Over to the passenger seat now, and again same kind of deal really. This one appears to have ingressed quite a lot of water for whatever reason. Probably the seal needs changing, which I've got. I pulled it off, and you can see here just how awful it was. It really was a party bag of rubbish. Anyway, so that's now off. What I did see was that the spike, unlike the driver's side, this side was actually quite rusted. Surface rust, I grant you, but nevertheless just needed cleaning off. So just a bit of wire brush got away the surface rust pretty well, and that was okay, and no worries with that. That all came off quite readily, so just worked that round with a wire brush. As I mentioned before, this was a very squeaky side, so whenever you flipped the passenger side visor, it was squeaky. So having cleaned it off now as best I can without damaging anything, I was reasonably happy that we could now try and reinsert the passenger side sun visor. Again, same principle, there's no hole there on the visor itself, you have to create it. So out comes the screwdriver again, just to make a small indentation and hole such that you're not damaging or ripping the PVC outer, but you can then mount the bar through that little pierced hole you can just see there into the pipe that's inside, that isn't evident until you actually feel it yourself. And then offering the passenger side sun visor up to the cleaner now metal spike, rotation spike, and trying to insert, which was fine. I tried it and really struggled. So actually a bit of a tip is to use a little bit of grease, because although I got it on, it wasn't flipping up and down. I've probably overdone the grease here. I did smooth it off after this particular shot such that I didn't get grease everywhere, but it did nevertheless lubricate the movement of the sun visor on the passenger side such that it wasn't squeaking. It needs to be resistant such that it will hold up against any wind pressure, but again here, same principle, you're pulling it in as hard as you can. I did a little bit more adjustment after I shot this such that the that side then fits into your rubber, which it does, and then can flip up and be in use and protect your passenger's hairdo, as well as offer a vanity mirror option for those that may want it. And there you go, job's a good one. We have now both sun visors installed and looking good. So pleased with that job. It's a simple little job. I'm sure people will be thinking, why am I talking through this? But if you don't know, you don't know. I didn't know until I got stuck in. I don't know quite what I'm going to do with these old ones. Kind of sixth sense says I shouldn't throw them away, but nevertheless, that's that's something I'll have to live with. But overall, I'm very pleased with how the car's come out, and just that little finishing touch makes the car look even better on the driveway of the house. And both sun visors you can see there in the glory of the September sunshine. Happy days! Okay guys, so one of those little tiny jobs that on the face of it you think, goodness me, is it really worth a film? But actually I did learn a few things just by doing that. I know the rubber clips, retainers need sorting because they're a bit perished, so I will be getting some new ones of those. But I think you'll agree with me overall that the look and feel of the car is improved by little tiny detail points like that. So if I keep going on those kind of lines with UES 591S, I'm sure we will have an even better car going forward. I'm daring at some point to be able to tackle the rubber surround of the hardtop. That does need doing. I have got the piece of rubber. I haven't got up enough courage just to have a go at that yet, but I will be doing it at some point soon. So watch out for that one when we hit the airwaves with that. Good stuff. Well, I hope you're having a great week wherever you are. Thanks for following the Arry the Stag channel. Really appreciate you having along. Please do feel free to comment, like and subscribe, share with others. If you've got some pictures or videos you want to send through to us, always happy to see those. We can share those with others on the channel or on Saturday Sockets, which is our kind of weekly email that we do. And if you want one of those, then just go on to our website, sign up for a badge of honour, and you'll be automatically entered for that. That goes out every Saturday morning, every weekend. So it's all about off-camera shenanigans that we get up to outside of the work on the cars. So there you go. That's about it for now. Hope you have a really great week. Thanks for watching once again, and we will see you online on Arry the Stag very soon. Cheers for now, guys. All the best. See ya.